All right, and so we are now streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So if you're a dedicated Twitcher and YouTuber, by all means, report to duty. And if you're not following me on Twitch and YouTube, you should go ahead and do so. It's Everything with Erica. Everything with Erica. It's so simple. Everything with Erica on Twitch and YouTube. So go ahead and shoot a follow over there. It's free to do so. All right, and just thank you all so much for being here. Continue to do all the good things. Let's go ahead and see what we got up. He ran because he a pussy. All right, he ran because he a pussy, y'all. That's why. All right, tap, 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 screen. Tap, 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 screen. All right, we can't be saying certain words. All right, so let's keep doing all of the good things. All right, hey, Chris. All right, let's see here. Look, I sent Dano an invite, y'all. I sent Dano an invite, and guess what he did? He ran. He ran. Because they scared, y'all. They don't have the testicular fortitude to come up here and have a conversation. They scared. Say bitches as hard as he does. They some bitches. Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, if you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up. Get in the box. Get in the box. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the times that Donald Trump said he wasn't going to cut Medicaid or Medicare. Let's talk about that. Let's do it. Because why not? Let's talk about it. All right. Let's talk about how he did an interview with Fox News and said that Black women are all Democrats. Where's the proof? I believe the majority of us, likely 92% of us, definitely did vote for Kamala Harris, which is wonderful. Shout out to the 92%. Proud to be a member. All right. But I bet you won't get in the box and talk about it. I bet you won't get in the box and talk about it. So guess what? This is not a safe space for Trump supporters. You don't get to yap in the comments. You don't get to yap because if you don't accept that request, guess what you're going to learn today? You're going to learn what it means to yap from outside of the club. That's what you're going to learn. I am going live tonight. I'm going live tonight. I'm trying out the new time. Trying out the new time to see how well it works. I don't know. I want to know what the Trump supporters are. They don't get to come over here and do that racist shit. We don't play that over here. All right. You come over here, Trump supporters, you're actually going to have a conversation, show some sources, be about something. All right. It's easy as hell to be racist. It's hard as fuck for y'all to be smart. I know that much. It's hard as hell for y'all to be smart. All right. Trump still loves America. By all means, go ahead and request up and let us know why you still support him. Let us know. Let us know. All right. Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. All right. Let me do something and I'll get right with you guys. There's 140 of us up in here. Again, let's continue to tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things, taking care of these little penny gifts. All right. Remember, doing all of this helps gets us on the FYP and keeps us there so that we could continue to have these conversations with the Trump supporters. Also, we do have a daily donation goal of $150. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. That's PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, which is everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your love, your support, your encouragement, and most definitely your engagement. So I appreciate y'all. Let's get into these conversations and let's see where tonight takes us. So, Mike, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Why you do that?
Bruh. I was a fan of the cuts I received on the 2017 TCJA, and I was liking the idea of keeping those in place.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm bad. I mean, I think the guy's kind of a bozo. He wouldn't have been my first choice.
So you literally voted for him for a tax? Because how much money do you make? You don't have to get the exact number. About how much?
It varies anywhere from about 800 to 1.2 annually.
800,000 to 1.2 million dollars.
Yes.
You're a fucking liar. Man, I really wish I had that during why you always lying sound.
Well, I'm not going to dox myself.
You're lying. You're lying.
As well as residential and commercial real estate.
As a person who makes that much money, as a person who makes that much money, why are you here on TikTok?
Because it's 9 o'clock. It's kind of fun. I enjoy just.
You're a damn liar.
of the other side has to say.
You're lying, but let's participate in your
I mean, this
lives
app
with
isn't
you.
like exclusive to
Yeah, let's
lower
participate in
earners.
your
Anybody
lives
can
with
use
you.
it.
Hey,
I
I
mean, I
said
got
we're gonna
Instagram too.
participate in the lives with you, buddy. Like, hey,
Well, I mean,
we're
I'm
gonna
not gonna
do
have
it.
you discount it.
Yeah, we're gonna participate in the live with you, okay? So you make that
Well, I mean,
much
I
money.
answered your
That's
question.
freaking
Now you're
awesome.
accusing
You
me
know
of
what that
lying.
means? Yeah, the Trump tax cuts are definitely gonna benefit you. They definitely
Yeah, I
are.
mean, it saved me
And what you're
3%
telling
since
us, and what you're telling
2017.
us is that you're selfish. That's what you're telling us. Because at the expense
Yeah.
of millions of others that don't make that money, you're okay with them losing their health insurance, losing their
Well, they're
assets
already
to
getting
SNAP
taxed at a lesser
benefits.
rate, and they're really not all losing their health
Yeah,
insurance. They're just through the
yeah.
requirements
I
that
didn't
goes
say
into
all. I
Medicaid.
said millions, darling. I know you know. If you make that much money, I want to assume that you're smart enough to listen.
Yeah, I mean,
If
I've
you
gone
make
through
that
higher
much money.
education.
Okay, all right. So that means that you know how to effectively listen, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
I mean,
did I
we've
say
already
all
kind
or
of
did I
discounted this
say
conversation.
millions?
I mean, I'm still kind of stuck on you not accepting that, me telling you how much I made after you asked me the question. That seems kind of condescending.
It is
I'm
condescending.
really
It was
not
meant to
liking.
be. It was meant to be condescending
Yeah, I'm really
because
not
you're a
liking
damn
the
liar.
aspect of this conversation. That's not how you change anybody's mind.
I'm not trying to change your mind. Chat, have I ever said I'm trying to change these people's minds? When have I ever said that? Did I start at any point of the conversation or for however long you've been here saying
Yeah,
that
see, like
I'm
this is
looking to
the
change
exact vocal
someone's?
minority that's fun to come
Did
online and
I
talk to.
literally say that I was trying to change someone's mind? I want to roll the beautiful bean footage of me saying that I was trying to change your mind about
I
something.
mean, that was just kind of an assumption. Anybody that's spending
Okay,
time
so
doing this
yeah,
is probably
okay,
trying
all
to change
right.
somebody's mind.
And guess what I definitely just said? I said I am going to go along with your lie about you making that much money. All right.
Well, I mean, I'm
And then
not
we're
going to
going to
sit here
have
and
the
be called a liar.
conversation
That's kind of
because
condescending. I don't think you
again,
can have a conversation. I mean, I don't know why you got to just discount it.
Because you're full of shit. That's why.
Why is that?
Because you're lying.
What makes you feel that?
Turn your camera on then.
I'm not doxing myself.
You don't have to dox yourself. Turn your camera on.
It's pretty easy to dox people now with AI. If I turn my camera, if you even show you where my house is, you could take a screenshot and find it. Still, I'm not doing
But
that.
if you guys, that's what I always wondered
Now you're
too.
encouraging dox people.
If you all support Donald Trump so much, why are you so afraid to show who you are? Because it's like,
Because
I know for me,
dox.
I support the left. I
Yeah,
voted for
a lot
harm
of people on the left
reduction.
tend to dox.
I voted for people to be able to afford homes. I voted for people to be able to afford daycare. I voted for people to keep their benefits. That's what I voted for. And guess what? I'm not afraid to show my face. I'll shout it from the rooftops. Hell,
Well, yeah, that's
I'll
great
even-
because
I
your
will
family
even-
probably won't dox you, whereas they will on here.
I dropped Julio, y'all. Hold on one moment. We need a moment of silence. Hold on one moment.
1942 are the cheap stuff.
There we go.
42 are the cheap stuff.
Reposito.
Ah.
Reposito. All right. Anywho, so with that being said, all right, your vote was selfish. All right. At the expense of millions of people, you voted for a tax cut. How much money are you going to be saving?
About 50,000 annually, anywhere from 50 to 40.
About 50 to 40,000 annually, and that was enough again for people to lose their coverage. That was enough for people who take care of children full time. Hey Corey, that was enough for people who maybe take care of their disabled parents. It was enough for them to have to go out and find work and then have to pay for care for either that parent or for that child, which is going to cost them money, which is going to basically negate the fact that they're getting a smaller tax cut. That was okay for you. It was enough.
I mean, well, all they're doing, they're not really losing it. They're just not qualifying for the new requirements to do it, which they can easily make. If they still want to receive it, they can easily make those qualifications. Additionally, a lot of the stuff is already subsidized at state level. I think we'll find this is mostly red states popping themselves in the foot. I have no problem with social safety nets like all the ones you just listed. And thankfully, I live in a red state, or I'm sorry, a blue state where it's all. Look, I'm a registered Democrat. I vote both ways, but Donald Trump was the better option given the two. He wasn't my first choice, but he was the better option compared to Kamala Harris.
Ain't no way. Because even with Kamala's plan, the Wharton School of Business, which is the school that Donald Trump graduated from, allegedly, all right, that school, their economist even said that Kamala Harris's tax plan is
Yeah, no, and
most
I'm sure
definitely
it would have on
Swan,
a
most
broader
definitely.
scale, but I'm talking about me, okay? Donald Trump's plan
Yeah,
is
I
to
understand, and
increase
again,
taxes.
it's because you are selfish.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
denied that.
You, I'm glad you admit it. You know, sometimes people come up here and they refuse to admit that they're selfish. You know what? Kudos to you for actually admitting that you are selfish. What's your plans with the extra, 40 to 50,000 that you're gonna save?
Mostly rolling that over into real estate. As terms of the retail sector, it's obviously been shrinking. Internet's outpacing as well as regulations are kind of hurting the market. So kind of moving more into real estate, commercial and residential. Commercial is a little bit more reliable. You get long-term tenants.
I don't know what to do with selfishness. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're just asking me what I'm going to do with the money. I'm going to roll it over and
I
reinvest
know.
it.
I'm just thinking like what
I mean,
even
if you're
to
asking me
even
if I'm going to
ask you.
donate, I donate
Because you
plenty
don't
of money
care.
usually.
No, you're admitting that you're selfish. And when you have someone that's selfish, like what do you say to a person that's selfish to get them to actually care? And again, I'm not trying to change your mind, but you're
It
just
sounds
literally
like you're trying
telling
to
me,
change my mind
I'm
now.
not trying to change your mind. This is more so for the chat. So, guys, what's going to happen is the people who make like under $30,000, because one thing that they don't like to talk about, and we went over this kind of last night. All right. We went over last night how they don't want to talk about the middle class because the middle class, the majority of them, over 60% of them actually already pay for their own private health insurance. So, no problem. All right. It is the people who are making less than, let's say, $30,000, $30,000 annually, who are going to suffer the most. All right, they're getting a small tax cut, no more than $500 a year is what they're going to be receiving. All right, and with that same $500, all right, with them having to actually work, all right, what's going to end up happening for these people is that they're going to have to pay for things like daycare, or childcare. That could be before and after school care. All right. That costs money. That costs money. It does. It costs money. All right. Also, they're going to end up having to pay for their own insurance, their own private insurance. Guess what? That costs money too. It costs money. Then guess what else they're going to have to do, guys? All right. Especially if they're already having to pay for their insurance, that means that they don't qualify for the SNAP benefits, which is how they eat. So then they're going to have to pay for food. They're going to have to pay for food, guys. All right. So tell me, who here monthly spends less than, I said monthly, because remember the tax savings is $500 a year. So who here monthly spends less than $500 for them and their child? I'll say you just have one child. $500 monthly. I don't know what to do with selfish, y'all. 500. Hey, Matt. $500 a month on insurance and food and childcare. Anyone here? I'm glad you gross that much money a month. I'm happy. Here's the thing. No one is upset for people for making money. All right. But here's the deal. Whether you had Kamala Harris as president or if you have Donald Trump as president, you would still have money. You would still have money. And the people who make less than you, all right, would have been able to have more money in their pocket due to the tax cuts that Kamala Harris wanted to give to the middle class and the working class, and she would have increased the taxes on our corporations. There we go. All right. It does not. So, Mike, do you believe in trickle down economics? So supply side
No, it doesn't.
economics?
No, I mean, in certain cases, first off, not all corporations are publicly traded. Publicly traded corporations are obviously going to be very greedy with any money they save, and it's going to go right up back to the shareholders and the executives. In fact, there's Supreme Court rulings to affirm that that's what they have to
Two
do.
of the biggest corporations in the United States who are receiving the tax cut, so their rate will be 15%. We subsidize them two ways. We subsidize them via tax cuts, and a large, vast amount of their employees are on public assistance. Do you know what two corporations those are?
I know Walmart is one of them, and like I said,
Amazon.
publicly
The
traded
second one is
corporations. Yeah, I
Amazon.
assume so.
Yeah, the
But
second
like I
one is
said, publicly traded
Amazon.
corporations like that aren't really going to trickle it back down to the workers,
But they're the two
whereas smaller
largest. They
local
employ a large
corporations, they're
swath of
more
the
likely
American
to.
public.
Yeah, no, and I'm telling you that they're unlikely to trickle anything back down. Publicly traded
Okay, so
corporations do not.
what do we care about the private corporations for? What do we care about them? And what evidence do you have to show
They're
that
more
they
likely
don't?
to support their grassroots employees,
Where
their
do you see
communities,
that
and
at?
stuff
I
like
can
that.
see a startup doing that, but where do you see that? Like, name a public, a private corporation.
There's
He
plenty
doesn't
in the
listen.
real
He just
estate
wants to
market
get what he
specifically.
has to say
I'm
out.
not going to dox myself again, specifically in the real estate market. There's plenty of conglomerates that control up to $500 million in real estate. They're still relatively small businesses with any money saved in
Is
taxation.
you
That's
not trying
also,
to dox yourself, but so we're just supposed to trust you, bro?
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of small real estate conglomerates like that. Not all land is owned
How
by
many employees do they
multinational
have?
companies.
Are they employing hundreds of thousands of people like
No, obviously
Walmart
not
and
hundreds of
Amazon
thousands,
are?
no, but I would say hundreds. Well, no, they're smaller companies,
Oh,
so they're
okay.
not
I
going
was
to
just
employ the same
wondering.
amount. That's
Okay,
kind of a nitpicky
so
argument.
with that, it's not a nitpicky. It's not a
Well, I mean,
nitpicky
I'm talking about
argument
small
because you're not
corporations, even
naming
after they're
anything. You're
employing,
just saying
100,000
things.
people. That seems
Like
like kind of a
anything
dumb
that I said
question,
to
to
you
be
thus
honest with
far
you.
can actually be verified. Anything that you said thus far, you're basically saying, trust me, bro.
Well, because I'm talking about myself, and I'm not going to dox myself. You've already asked
You're
me to put my
one
camera on,
company
so it's
out of hundreds, if not thousands. You're one company out of thousands. I want you to name a publicly known private company, because like I could say USAA, all right? USAA is a private company, okay? USAA is not traded on the stock market. All right. And I know what benefits USAA actually give their customers, but USAA also benefits from the tax breaks. Okay. So I just named USAA. All right. Boom. Name a company that's private, that's not traded on the stock market. All right. That actually gives back to their employees. Because of course, a private company isn't going to do stock buybacks because they're not publicly traded. Durr.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, pretty much any small real estate conglomerate holding up to 500
And there you go again. Trust me, bro. We get it. Okay. All right. I'm choosing not to trust you on this one, darling. I'm not going to trust you on this one.
I mean, you can't. I don't need you to believe me, but plenty of companies do.
I don't know. I don't think that's how you go about changing anyone's mind, Mike.
I'm not. I told you, I'm here for observation and entertainment. I like seeing what the vocal minority yells about. So that's why I'm here.
I don't think this is how you change anyone's mind. How are you gonna change people's minds if you're not, gonna give them actual information? I don't get it.
You can't really reverse that on me after I said I'm clearly here for entertainment.
Actually, I can. Actually, I can. I just did. I just did though.
Well, I mean, it looks kind of ignorant because
it's not ignorant. Do you know what ignorant is? Do you understand what ignorant is? Do you know the definition of ignorant?
Your entire argument.
It means not to know. Okay. It means unknowing.
Yeah, so you obviously did not know that I said that earlier.
I did know that you said that. I heard you clearly when you said that. It still doesn't matter. The point is, you're not going to change anyone's mind, bro, by just saying, trust me, bro.
That's not what I'm here for. I'm not the one hosting a live to do that.
There you go. I never said I was here to change anyone's mind. I'm here to show the arrogance and the selfishness of the right. That's what I'm here for.
Well, no, it seems like you're here to change people's minds.
That's what I'm here for. We was Kangs. Hi, Miss Bella. We was Kangs. All right. So there we go. All right. Anywho, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Go ahead, get in the box. Let's do all of the good things, guys. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get this up to 100,000 likes. There's 370 of us up in here. Thanks for the heart, me, Corey. All right, let's knock out these tiny dinies. We have 99 of those to go. Also, continue to share the live and doing all of the good things. I appreciate you all so very much for being here. You all are fantastic. We still have $150 in our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also, I do have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. If you want to show support, that's the best way to do it. And you know what? I'm going to do it. All right. He ain't live. So guys, if you only have Cash App, send it to Santana. Santana Speaks 24. And just make sure you drop some hearts in there and let them know that it's from me. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Okay. All right. So what else do you want to talk about, Mike? Do you want to talk about how much money you make and how it's going to benefit you? Like, what else do you want to talk about? You want to get into the weeds of economics? Because I hate economics. So you want to school me on economics?
I have somebody else do my taxes. I didn't go to school for economics either. I like the stuff that RFK was talking about of getting our food on par with the EU and Canada, but I feel like
the same thing that Michelle Obama wanted to do.
Yeah,
but y'all hated her for it. Well, you said
I was also in grade school. She ruined my school lunch for me before I was able to understand why she did it. I mean,
How old
it
was
a good thing. 26.
Oh my God. Go ahead. She ruined your school lunch by wanting you all to eat healthier, and RFK Jr. isn't gonna do the same.
Well, I mean, now I'm not 9 or 7 anymore. Actually, no, I was 9 in 08 when Obama got elected. So yeah, I wasn't 9. But he's obviously going to do the same thing, and it's a good thing now. But like I said, he kind of loses me when he starts talking about shooting up vitamin A and, the autism list. I think that's pretty ignorant.
Chat, is this real?
The fuck you want me to do with that?
The
fuck you want me to do with that?
Good thing to get our food on par with the EU and Canada, but he also says some stupid shit.
The EU and Canada also allow certain things in there. Like, what does the EU and Canada not allow that the United States allows?
Multiple different dyes, multiple different artificial flavorings. I'm not a nutritionist, so I can't really go down the list exactly. But as someone that spent a lot of time in Europe, I can tell you that the food is far better than what we're getting over here. Even Canada.
Like what? Can you actually name something?
I mean, just look at the ingredients list of anything. Skittles in Canada, for example, is one thing. The ingredients of Coca-Cola in even Mexico, cane sugar, a lot better quality than they're doing here. No high fructose corn syrup, artificial dyes. I mean,
okay, so the artificial dyes, you're wrong. They still use artificial dyes over in Canada. They just put not Canada, but the EU, they just put big warning labels on it. So they actually still use red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1. They still use it over there in the EU. Again, they just put like a big label like, hey, this has dyes in it.
Oh, well, that's a step forward, is it not?
Well, we do the same thing here in the United States. They actually just recently stopped allowing, I believe it's red 40. So there's that.
No, it's yellow number 4 they banned in the state of California.
No, they banned another one in ours also. Was it red 40? Okay, no, I was wrong. My apologies. They want to ban it here in the United States. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was red 5. Thank you, Corey. It was red 5 is what's banned in the United States. Red 5.
Yeah, so that was like another aspect of the campaign that I liked. But like I said, the guy kind of lost me when he started talking about all that other nonsense, the vitamin A, autism, the disability, crazy shit he said.
So what exactly is it that you are supporting outside of the tax cuts that Donald Trump is doing? What is it that you're actually supporting?
American-made infrastructure, that's definitely a good thing to get back on par, but that's mostly a state level kind of thing. I think it's going to have to be appropriate funding. I don't think he's a great, he was really not that great of a guy, though. He's not my first choice, like I said. My first choice would be Tulsi Gabbard. I hope she runs in 2028. I plan to vote for her.
It's a friggin' Russian asset, bro. Like, come on.
Why
That's
do you
Russia's
think that?
girlfriend. We already know that she is. The many trips that she's taking over there. Also, another thing, they call her their girlfriend.
That's really not any actual evidence to explain why you think she's a Russian accent. I mean, she's a non-interventionist politician.
Okay,
every politician.
Have fun. I'm not going to argue Tulsi Gabbard with you.
Well, that's my other.
That's your other thing.
I think he should be president.
She's not a Democrat, though.
No, she's not. She used to be a Democrat and she jumped ship.
We know that. Like, what?
And I don't really, I don't blindly follow the party line. I think if you do, you're pretty ignorant and wrong. I vote for both.
Is ignorant your word of the day?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Just making sure. I just had to be sure. All right, so we're going with ignorant as the word of the day. Okay. All right. Okay. I was just trying to understand, like, you want to support Tulsi Gabbard. It's not conglomerate. I can't even say that word, Corey. Good grief. I tried. It hurts. Go ahead, Mike. What were you saying?
No, I just said I do support. I'm not trying to support her. I do support her 100%.
Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. I was reading something. All right. You want people to actually get behind Tulsi Gabbard when we already have, a Russian agent in office, allegedly. All right. You want us to get behind another one?
Why is she a Russian agent?
She met with the Syrian president without congressional approval back in 2017. Where is the former Syrian president at right now?
That's a good question, actually.
He's in Russia. All right. She also blamed NATO for what? She blamed NATO for Russia invading Ukraine. Like, how would she even support Russia invading a sovereign country? I want that to make sense.
Well, she's not really supporting it. She's just explaining her opinion of why it happened, but she's a non-interventionist.
Yeah. Okay, sure. All right. Also, let's see here. She definitely supports Russia. Basically, she said, I like this one right here. All right. She opposed the sanctions on Russia. All right. And she called it hostility towards Putin. Did she do that?
Yeah, if you're reading it, and if it's a reliable source, probably.
No, were you aware of that though?
Yeah, that's not really a disqualifying factor to me. I don't care.
What would she have to
She's
do
a
to be
non-interventionist.
disqualified?
I fundamentally agree with her on foreign policy stance.
As a non-interventionist, but like I can't even say that word today.
Interventionist.
But like, even though, so you don't think that the U.S. should be the world police?
No, not to the extent they are. Obviously, we should prevent outrageous acts going on in the Middle East, and Putin shouldn't be,
You can't
credited
have
for
it both
his
ways,
acts
buddy.
in Ukraine.
But you can't have it both ways.
I mean, yeah, you can. You can just simply,
No, you can't
not
have
spend
it
as
both
much.
ways.
I mean, yes, you can. You can just reduce the spending. You can reduce the effort spent there.
No, no. What I'm saying is that you can't have it both ways because you said obviously not with the Middle East and also with Putin, but you can't have it both ways. It's either we're going to help or we're not going to help. You can't have it both
Well, I
ways
mean,
because us getting
100%
involved in the Middle
isolationism
East is
doesn't have
us
to be the
pretending to
only other
be the
alternative.
world police.
Yeah, but again, 100% isolationism is not the only other alternative. It's just the extent that we're already wasting money over there and any other part of the world is truly what has to be looked at.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand
parties.
about you all is that you'll say you don't want the US to be the world police, but then you say it's okay for us to go over into the Middle East, so like Iran, and bomb them. All right.
I never said that's okay.
No. Your party does do that though. And you literally just said that it's okay for us to go over to the Middle
That's
East.
not my party.
You literally just said that it's okay for us to go over to the Middle East. Yeah.
I mean, after an incident like 9/11, obviously.
But you just said that it's okay for us to go over to the Middle East.
Yeah, after 9/11, because obviously Americans were attacked. There was an attack done on American soil.
9/11? Why are we talking about 9/11 when 9/11 was what? Almost 24 years ago? What are we talking about it for? No, it'll be 24 years ago. In September.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. It's coming up on September.
It'll be 24 years ago.
Well, I mean, what do I know? I was 2. But,
exactly. What would you know?
That was kind of why we were going over there. And
no, that wasn't why we were going over there. Do you know what country we actually should have went to in regards to 9/11?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you it was a good thing to invade Iraq. We probably should have went to Pakistan.
No, we shouldn't have went to Pakistan either. Like you don't know what you're talking about. The majority of the terrorists that actually participated in 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia.
According to U.S. intelligence, the terrorists were harboring in Pakistan between 2001 and 2008.
The terrorists were harboring there? No, they were Saudis, and we should have went after the Saudis because the Saudis knew that they were coming over here. So we should have went after them. All right. Invading Afghanistan was perfectly okay, simply because that's where bin Laden was. We knew where he was. All right.
Yeah,
but then the others, all right, we should have, but of course they weren't going to invade either Saudi or Pakistan due to their interest in both of those countries. But Iraq was up for grabs due to a little vendetta that Bush Jr. had against Saddam Hussein due to his father's failed war, the Desert Gulf War.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that. That was a senseless war.
All right. So then with this being said, I guess we don't disagree on much then. Well, actually we do, but I just can't do much with selfish. All right. Anywho, I can't do much with selfishness. Like we'll be saying the same thing. This is stupid. Okay. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and request up. If you voted for Trump, go ahead and request up. Let's have a conversation. And just don't make me say the B word tonight, guys. I don't want to say the B word. That's tis all. Babatunde.
Hey there, my name is Jeremy. I'm 22 years old and I voted for Donald J. Trump.
Okay. All right. Why do you still support Donald Trump?
Well, I think he's the best president this country has ever had.
Are you a serious person?
Most definitely.
154 historians. You can't be serious. 154 historians rank him as the worst president that this country has ever seen. Like, he ranks lower. You can't be a serious person. I can hear the laughter in the back of your throat.
That's my dog. That's not me.
Your dog is laughing. Your dog is laughing. Okay, all right, fuck it. Hey,
I beg your pardon.
let's do it. Let's do it. Why do you think Donald Trump is the greatest president that this country has ever seen? Tell the class.
Well, he makes me feel seen and heard as a white man working in this country.
Ain't no fucking way, because you're not white.
What color do you think I am?
You
ma'am?
are not white. This is so funny. You're not white.
No,
This
how
is
are you gonna tell
ridiculous.
me?
This is absolutely ridiculous. You're a troll. Hey, guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's clear out the tiny diners. There's 230 of us up in here. All right. Let's get this up to 100,000 likes. Also, we do have a daily donation goal. Participation is important, guys. Support a Black-owned business. I tell you. All right. $150 is our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. That's PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica 9. All right. If you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. All right. Again, it goes to my Black-owned business. All right. Support a Black-owned business. Use that white guilt for something. Yes, I said that. Okay. Baba Tunde.
Yes.
My
I'm listening.
God. Okay. You said he makes you feel seen as a white working man.
Damn right.
How so?
Well, nobody really understands me as he does, and I feel that me and him have a very close relation.
Sure, you can't even get it out. This shit is so funny. Keep trying. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep trying.
I beg your pardon?
Keep trying. We know. Like, sir, be so fucking for real. Like, he makes you feel seen, and he understands you. How does a billionaire understand you?
Well, I got quite a large sum of money
Is this
myself.
Jonah? Is this Jonah?
I got about
It's Jonah. Go ahead.
150 million in the bank. And
Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Hey guys, God, that's a huge friggin' flash goal. Why would they make the flash goal so large? Good grief. Hey, I need 40 people to send, just send one. 40 different people send a finger heart, please. 40 different people. Thank you guys. The flash goals help. Jonah, I'm gonna drop you. I hope you have a good night, love.
can I ask you a question?
No. What?
I really want to ask this question.
Go ahead.
So why do you think Donald Trump is not as good as the rest of them?
Why do I think he's not as good as the rest of them?
I feel like he gets unrightfully criticized.
You need to fucking stop. He gets rightfully criticized, but I will answer the question.
Everything he does is because Obama did it first.
Absolutely not. You know what the thing about it though is that he tries to copy things that President Obama does, like in regards to deportations. But here's the deal: he does it so ineffectively and cruel. All right, it's always the cruelty for him. Like the prime example is with President Obama, expedited removal. Expedited removal does allow for due process. All right. And in allowing for due process, if the person claims the fear for their life, then they get to go before the immigration judge, and they get a hearing, blah, 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 all of those good things. Whereas with Trump, he was literally just pulling people due to their status and deporting them. Now, he didn't just deport them back to a home country like Obama did. What he did was he deported people to CCOT, which is the equivalent of a concentration camp.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not effective at all. Obama, actually, when they issued their warrants to go after people, they focus on those specific people, typically people with criminal records, is what President
That's what I've
Obama
been
did.
saying. Like, he's not, I don't know what's going on with like Donald Trump, man. Like, they got to get rid of him soon.
Well, hopefully so. So let's hope that we can actually get candidates elected in the House and the Senate in 2026 who will actually vote to impeach Donald Trump. And then we have senators who will actually move to basically convict and get him the hell up out of there. So convict to remove. So we'll see what happens. But thank you for coming up, love. You have a great night.
No problem. You too.
All right, guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. I said that baby ain't no darn going Trump supporter. What in the world? What is going on here? All right, guys. Still, I think I need like what? I need I can't do math. 22 people. 22 people to send a single heart fingers. It's a heart fingers. All right, 5 cents. Please. Please. So we can, and we got 12 minutes to do it. Hi, Olami. Is it Olami? Yes. Hi, Olami. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Fantastic. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
You did? What
Yeah.
time is it right now?
What time?
Yeah.
It's 7:28.
Okay. Where are you located?
Huh?
Where are you located?
Oh, Minnesota.
In Minnesota? Oh, okay. Where are you
I was
originally
like,
from?
where am I from? Like my ethnicity.
No, baby, your nationality. Where are you from?
My nationality is like the United States of America.
No, I hear like the West African in your voice.
Yeah. I'm Nigerian too, but like
Oh,
that's.
it's 8:28 in Minnesota? You lying.
What do you mean?
Why you lie? You're lying.
Why are
It's
you lying, bro?
8:28 in Minnesota.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
yo,
Yes,
I was
it
looking
is.
at the 20. Yo, I can't read the clock. My bad. Bro.
Yeah,
It's like
that's crazy.
the clocks that have like
That's
like the 4.
wow. That's crazy.
The clocks that have like the 4 things on them, bro. Yo, my fault. Yeah, it is.
Hey guys, 20 more people. It's 219 people. I know 20 of y'all got 5 cents. All right, 5 cents. You got a nickel? You got a nickel? Send the nickel. All right, so we can clear out the flash goal. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. All right, Olami.
Yo,
all right, you got to be a U.S. citizen to participate. Okay.
I am, bro. I am. I was born in Texas. I was born in Katy, Texas, bro. I swear.
I don't believe you. You need more people.
Go
get your mama. Go get your mom.
Bro, my mom is in Colorado right now.
Call her.
Huh?
Call her.
You want me to? I'm on my phone. I can't call
your
her.
mom. Call your mom right now and tell your mom that she needs to back this up because I don't believe you.
How else do you want me to prove this? Like,
I don't know. The Nigerian is strong. All right. I know Niger when I hear Niger. Okay. I know Niger when I hear it. 16 more finger hearts to go, guys. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you. All right, guys. If you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up so that we can have a conversation. Get in the box. Get in the box. All right. Let's just have a conversation. I just want to know why you support Donald Trump. That's all I'm asking for. Also, I do owe y'all some pickle time. All right. If we not hitting goals tonight, y'all getting one song. I'm just gonna let y'all know. One song and I'm out. I'm gonna end this shit so fast. All right. And I'm testing out this new time. I don't know how well it's gonna go. I've been doing this for an hour so far. And here we are. here we are. Okay. So yeah, if you voted for Donald Trump, just get in the box. Let's have a conversation. It's not hard to do so. It's not hard. These glasses aren't fake. I maybe can't see with them on, but they're not fake. They're not. Oh, Meredith, you are funny. I gotta read this one off. Okay, let me see here. Meredith sent $10 and said, "Come on, fellow white people. Money is the root of all evil. So let us unburden ourselves via support for Black-owned businesses." I know that's right, Meredith. I know y'all draw some hearts in the chat for Meredith. Thank you, baby. That is funny. Unload that white guilt. All right, we have $140 left in our daily donation goal. All right, pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. All right, PayPal and Venmo. And if you only have Cash App, send it to Santana. Santana Speaks 24 is the name. Just let them know it's for me. Put some hearts beside it. Say Erica. Say something. Let them know it's for me. All right. Also, guys, what else do we have here? What else do we have here? Oh, I have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right. If you want to keep seeing me and my Party City wig on your screen, then we're going to need to keep doing all of the good things, guys. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm having fun because this is ridiculous. Let's see what happens here. We was Kangs. Thanks, guy. Hi, is it 18?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see with my glasses on. All right. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Why do you still support him?
Well, I think that like his policies are really good. Like what he's doing with immigration right now is a very solid job.
Is this the boy that we were just talking to?
Nah, I just joined.
I swear this is the same child we were just talking to, but you know what? I can't prove it, so here we go. Exactly. I just told him to go get his mom. Oh,
What? Nah, it's
you
not.
you really want to talk about this, don't you?
I'm quite confused right now. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm. What time is it?
It's 8:33 p.m.
Where are you located?
in Austin, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
USA.
Mm-hmm. From Minnesota.
Huh?
Nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Okay. All right, guys. Again, I say unto you, out of the 203 people that are in here, you all cannot be Kamala supporters. Hey, Mr. Ty, you can't all support Kamala Harris. You can't be all leftists. Some of y'all are Trump supporters. Stop being pussies in the chat, all right? And request up so we can have a conversation, all right? Tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Yes, he can't get rid of his Niger accent. Okay, so 18.
Are you
All right, how old are
me?
you? Yeah, I'm
You're
talking about you.
me.
How old are you?
You think I sound Nigerian?
Yes, I do.
That's
You're somewhere from West Africa.
very
But go
interesting. Actually, I'm 25% Cameroonian, but I don't really know.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, I don't really know that.
Okay. All right. So you said that you support Donald Trump because of what he's doing with immigration. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about immigration?
Like I feel like he's doing a good job differentiating the good and the bad people.
I'm sorry. You say he's differentiating between the good and the bad people?
Yeah. At least what I've heard.
At least you haven't read anything?
Nah, it's from Fox News.
I'm fucking tired of trolls tonight. You can't. You aren't a serious person. You're not a serious person. You
I'm
can't be.
100%.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not.
What's the problem?
Because you just said Fox News as a source. Like, be so fucking for real.
What do you not watch the news?
No, I actually like to read the news. I don't watch the news. I read it.
You read
Yeah.
the subtitles, you mean
I read the news articles. Like articles. Like I go and I read the articles, dear. I don't listen to Fox News. You know, Fox News isn't actually a news source. They just pretend to be on TV.
But they have their own channel, I'm quite confused.
Y'all always bring out the fuckery in me. I swear to God. Y'all bring out the fuckery in me. I try to sit here and I try to be a serious person. And this is what I get. I am sitting here trying to have actual conversations with Trump supporters so that maybe someone in the chat will, learn something, go research something, maybe change their mind about something. And this is what I get. This is what I get.
I'm not good
No,
enough
y'all bring out the fuckery in me.
I'm quite confused.
Because I'm not going to sit here and listen to a 25-year-old talking about he likes immigration, a black 25-year-old man talk about he likes immigration because Donald Trump is differentiating between the good and the bad people. That's bullshit. All right. And you say you got it from Fox News. Even Fox News would tell you that this man has deported American citizens, babies. They would tell you that. Even Fox News would tell you that he's cutting Medicaid. Even Fox News would tell you that, I'm sorry, I'm getting all over the place. My apologies. Even Fox News would tell you that he's arresting people outside of their darn going immigration hearings, but you all want them to do it the right way. Make it make sense.
Well, I feel like,
making my brain hurt.
When Trump goes to his office, right? And he's sitting down there and looking at all the people that need to go. He's doing it for the best interest of our country.
How?
Like he will look at, he'll go in his office, right? I don't like when people say I'm black. I'm only 25% black. Yeah, but he's going and he's looking at, whatever he's looking at and looking at the people who will best serve the country, right? And that includes like the the most wealthy, you know, the most yeah, and basically everybody that's not, you know, doing a good job.
Oh, yeah, I think I want bangs.
Yeah, yeah. I like that hat, by the way.
My bangs are getting too long. Nah. Okay.
Well, am
Maybe I
I
need a
black or
cap.
am I not black? I feel like your comments are arguing whether I'm black or not. I'm not really sure
Okay.
myself.
Hey, 18, you keep talking to the chat. New York City. All right. You keep talking to the chat. You know why? I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta go do something. All right. Because you're not a serious person.
So I win.
You're not, no, you're not. No, you keep talking to the chat. Don't go anywhere. I said I want to put a cap on, okay? All right. The people listen to me more when I put a cap on, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right. Okay. You keep telling the people why Trump's immigration is, good for the American people. You keep telling them that, okay?
All right.
You keep doing it. I'll be right back, okay? Don't go nowhere.
All right, I'll stay right here.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Start. I want to make sure you're starting. Don't go when I come back. You better be right here.
Yeah, yes,
Or I'm
ma'am.
gonna have you call your mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank
Sorry,
you.
what?
Go ahead.
My mom.
But tell them about immigration.
I don't. Why did you bring up my mom? You know,
Because
my mom.
I told you to call your mom and you didn't call her.
What are you talking about?
Because I wanted to confirm whether or not you're Nigerian or
What are you
Ghanaian.
talking about?
Look, it came out. It came out. You sound just like my ex when I would make him upset. Go ahead.
You are. Are you all right? Are you all
No,
right?
I'm not, because you're not a serious person.
I'm
You
quite
can't be
confused.
serious.
You're talking about Nigerian. You're talking about your ex. You're talking about my mom.
Exactly,
How is
because
all
you're
interconnected?
not a serious person. You're a troll. And I don't know why you're here.
Like the ones that live under the bridge. I'm not one of
No,
them.
not like the ones that live under the bridge, like the ones that come on the internet and do silly shit like this. You're not
I'm
serious.
quite confused. Why is somebody
Okay,
telling
then
me
tell
I'm
us
embarrassing my
how
mom?
immigration has actually impacted your life.
So, well, I'm an immigrant myself. You know, I don't know my father, but he came in when I was about 4 years old from Cameroon, right? And we settled in Austin,
You're an
Texas. I've
immigrant
been here ever
yourself.
since. But I feel like it's gotten overboard. Like, they've just been letting too many people into the country. And yeah, I really need, I haven't found a job yet. I graduated college 6 years ago.
Yeah, this isn't real. Hold on one moment. There's no fucking way. Alex, did you vote for Donald Trump? I sent you a request to unmute so you don't even have to figure it out.
Hello?
Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, but
You did?
I have a good reason for it, and I'll tell you
I'm
this.
gonna ask you in just a moment.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna ask you in just a moment. All right, I gotta finish with 18. Thank you, babes. Okay, all right. It's just a fucking lot. This is a lot. All right, so Adorna actually poses a really great question in the chat for you, 18. All right, as you said, you're an immigrant yourself. That means that you're not from the United States, dear. All right, why don't you leave? Why are you here?
I
If there's
believe
too
in
many of you, why are you here?
I believe in a first come, first serve basis. I was ahead of the line, so I just believe that, just as, the whites, they came in about hundreds of years ago and settled, and they get to stay. I believe that my 20-ish years of experience should grant me some immunity.
Are you a citizen? This is not real.
Citizen.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm very confused.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said that you believe that your 20 years of being here should grant you something. You said something, and then you said that you are a citizen. You would have just started off with that you're a citizen.
Well, you're saying that the citizens are being deported, and I agree.
Ain't no way. I don't think he's DACA. Alex, why did you vote for Donald Trump? I'm gonna keep him here for relief. Alex, why did you vote for Trump? Because ain't no fucking way. This is a lot. I can't take this shit tonight. Alex, I'll send you a request to unmute. I didn't know that the mute button was going to be so hard.
Hello?
I'm WL. I am confused. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not confused. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you vote against your own self like that? Doesn't make any sense.
So,
Alex, why'd you vote for
I
Trump?
do apologize about 18. This dude's wilding, but I do have a good reason for you.
Go ahead.
So,
Listening.
I grew up with a family of Black revolutionaries, like Black Power, Fight the Man, so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched the past 30 years of being an adult that nothing happens. Barack Obama, to me, was the biggest slap in the face because he just allowed the Senate and Congress to slap this man in the face and disrespect him repeatedly.
Slap
And he
what
just
man in
ate
the
them.
face and disrespect
Barack
him
Obama.
repeatedly?
How many times did they stop him for no other reason than he was a Black man? How many initiatives, how many things that he tried to pass? You saw how hard he worked on trying to pass the Affordable Care Act, and that was pretty much one of his biggest achievements because they had to force everything through because these people wouldn't vote for anything, even in their best interest, as long as a Black man put it forth.
Get to the point.
I'm not saying Donald Trump is a good person. What I'm saying is I would rather watch Donald Trump tear this country apart and it be on white people's dime when they do it, rather than have them continue the same process, the same status quo, the same Joe Bidens and the same Hillary Clintons and the same bullshit that's never done us any good. What's going to happen after Trump is they're going to do what they always did and call on Black people to save this country. Call on Black people to help rebuild everything this man destroyed. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be rough. It's going to be painful. But at the end of the day, I would much rather watch Donald Trump make an embarrassment of white people and make it an absolute mess of this entire country. Because what's going to happen is people are going to get embarrassed to be an American. And that's going to eventually lead to us doing something better. I know it's trash. I know it sucks. I'm not a fan. But as a strategist, as a gamer, I 100% see that this is the only way. This is the only way we're ever going to get anything done. They have to burn it down themselves. And ultimately, I don't like Donald Trump. I think he's a terrible human being. I think he is one of the worst things that's ever happened to this country. And it's about damn time that somebody tore it apart. Because yes, he's a jerk, he's an asshole, he's a piece of shit.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I would much rather see him do it than somebody else and them just blame it on us. Because if it was Barack Obama who did it, they would have sat there and been like, oh, this Black man destroyed America. This Black man.
Okay.
Sir, I think you're thinking a bit too deep into it. I'm not.
Bruh. Hold
Sorry, go
on,
ahead.
18. Alex. Oh, all right. That was a lot.
So
Do you feel better after that?
It's been tough. Like as somebody who's
No. Just yes and no. Do you feel better after that?
It's
I'm
been
go with no. Okay. So
lonely
here's
bit.
the thing. All right. Here's the thing with Obama. All right. As we all know, Obama's pretty much a moderate. Okay. And he also took the old school Democrat approach, and wanting to work on both sides of the aisle, bipartisanship, having them come together. All right. We know that. All right. We know that. I am gonna get into what exactly it was that you wanted President Obama to do, but I still, in regards to Donald Trump, you voted for the guy who basically promotes white supremacy, but you say that you were raised in a house full of Black revolutionaries and you voted against your community?
I voted against.
No, hold on.
maintaining-
It kind of was a rhetorical question because the answer is yes. You voted against your community. Like you also understand that with you and your accelerationist mindset here, that Black people are going to be collateral damage here. You know that, right?
Black people are already collateral damage.
No, darling, no. Because here's the thing.
Here's the
Here's the
thing.
thing.
Think Joe Biden's crime bill was working for us?
Joe Biden's crime bill is wow. I do
Obama
think
being a
that
pacifist,
Joe Biden writing the Violence Against Women's Act, I actually do think that did help Black women. I do think that helped Black women and Black children. I do think that helped. Him writing that portion of the bill definitely did help. All right.
And how is that working
so
now?
It's still working pretty well. So, anywho, with that being said, who took it away?
Did they not?
Who took it away?
Did they not just take funding away?
Who took it away? No, say the word.
Trump did.
Exactly, the person that you voted for. So once again, I say unto you, all right, I say unto you that we are going to be collateral damage of your vote, of this friggin' harm that you want to see white people suffer for some reason, that you want to see them suffer it, but your own people are going to get hurt in the process. That doesn't make sense. When you could have voted for Kamala Harris, it doesn't matter. It's levels to this shit. All right, Kamala Harris actually had an 82-page Kamala Harris had an 82-page economic plan. All right, she had a plan in place to actually help people. Here's the thing. All right, when you help Black people, you help everyone. That's literally how it ends up happening. All right. That's how it ends up happening in the United States. No president can come along and say, I'm making this plan just for Black people. No one can do that. Like, what was it that you were actually looking for? You have to make that make sense, Alex. Well, you're not going to be able to, but
over the last 8 years of Donald Trump's administrations, over the last 8 years that he was president, or that he's going to be, he's done a whole bunch of shit that how many times have you heard the word unprecedented? How many times have you heard the terms?
Yeah, unprecedented and harm.
Yeah. That's kind of the whole point. If Donald Trump is capable of using...
What is real tonight? I don't know if I like this time slot, y'all. I don't know if I can do this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If Donald Trump can over here and tear apart women's rights, take away civil rights, take away all FEMA and all these other things with